All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I am sorry about being a little late, but I was hearing this amazing story about Doug Milner being a IPS survivor. I'm not going to get into the details about it, but just know he is, or excuse me, IBS warrior and a dog mercy survivor. Not going to get into the details about that, but you are welcome to go ask Doug Milner about that story, or those two stories. But tonight we are here at Auto Club, and we're going to have an exciting 65 laps with two green and white checkers. They think they have about 40 laps of fuel. Now, that's they think, not approximate, they think. With three sets of tires. But we should see a lot of good racing, as this is a wide track, and the hot dogs costed about $3.99. And it wasn't even a foot long. But looks like these guys are getting ready to get on the track and do a little bit of qualifying and see where they will start. But looks like Mr. Christopher Darling, he is going to be starting at the back because they have a rule that 2 wins in a row, you start at the rear. So he will be qualifying, but he will be going back towards the back. And if you're looking at your screen, please wish Miss Kristen Darling a happy birthday. It is her birthday today, and she has been nice enough to let Christopher Darling race today. She is 29 years young. So thank you, Kristen, for letting Chris race. But looks like these guys are already out on the track. We have quite a few drivers that are going to be racing tonight, and our driver cams are as followed. I'm going to be that mystery driver, but we have McDougal, we have Pirog, and we have Mooney in that number 80. So we'll be switching back and forth to their cam. I'm going to have the mystery driver, so I'll be going through the field and selecting a driver that I'd like to follow around with. But we do have 3. And let's go ahead and take a look at our sponsors real quick, and then we will hopefully be ready to get started. All right, it looks like qualifying is getting wrapped up, and it looks like Matt Cherry right now is sitting on the pole, so we'll see how that plays out. But real quick, let's remove our hats, place our hands over our hearts, and let's listen to that beautiful national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
All right, and we are back, and it looks like they are starting to grid up. It looks like Matt Cherry, he is going to be right there on the pole. You got Ben Mashburn, he is going to be starting second. You got Martin Plute, is going to be starting third. Drew Eisenman, I think I said that right. Sorry if I did, if I didn't, Drew. He is going to be starting fourth. Fifth is going to be Chris Darling, but he is going to be moving towards the back. Looks like Jason Garcia is going to be starting in sixth. Devin Purog is going to be starting seventh. Eighth is going to be Jeremy Richmond. Ninth is going to be Brett Morton. Sean Hossman is going to be starting in 10th. 11th is going to be Mr. Grant Pedersen. Anthony is going to be starting in 12th. Jesse Fox is going to be starting in 13th. 14th is going to be Ryan Dingler. 15th is going to be that 22 of Mark McFadden. Rick Wishon is going to be in 16th. 17th is going to be Josh McDougall. 18th is going to be Michael Mooney. 19th is going to be Doug Milner. 20th is going to be John Crabtree. And 21st is going to be Tim Branson. And Jason Skew is going to be 22nd. Oh, I lost my... Well, it looks like my HUD wants to give me issues. All right, taking the pace lap around, the pace car will dive off, and Matt Cherry will bring him to that Geico restart zone for 65, the start of 65 laps here at Auto Club. Very wide track, 5 lanes. We're going to see if we can get that 4 to 5 wide racing, as this track is known for. And the pace car is going to dive off. I think the main challenge that I've heard from these drivers is going to be getting on and off pit road, and also turn number 4 is we're going to see these cars get really tight. And there goes the 48. He is going to start off with a really good restart, and Ben Mashburn, he is going to jump down to the bottom early on and try to keep that position as they come into turn number 1. Now, coming out of turn number 2, that highline can get a long run, but that highline is known for eating up those right side tires, and we already got a car loose. That's going to be the 46. That's going to be Devin. He is going to be loose, but he does gain it back, so he is going to lose some positions, but it's not going to be very bad. There you see that Max Graphics number 11 of Chris Darling. He is going to be back here holding up the rear. He is going to be trying to keep Jason Skew back in the 21st position, but not going to be able to do so. And it looks like somebody, Doug Milner, he has went off the track. He is going to bring that car back on the track. That Wonder Bread number 6 is already having troubles coming out of turn number 4, but it is going to be a battle up here between Ford and Chevy, and that's going to be Ben Mashburn and Matt Cherry. Now, also, AutoClub is a draft-dependent track, so we're going to see a lot of teammates get together and try to work together to really try to gain some positions here. And here we see this Ford Mustang, that number 23, he is going to look to the bottom, and they are going to be side by side. A little bit of contact with the 48 and 23, but the 23 is going to be able to grab that position for the moment. It looks like the 4 of Martin Plute, he is going to be looking to overtake the 23 as they come into turn number 1, but he was not able to get there, and that's going to be that Twisted Steel Stake Appeal number 4 machine driven by Martin Plute. Eisenman, he is going to be looking to the inside, or excuse me, to the outside of Jason Garcia. And Jason Garcia, he is another one of those Max Graphics paint schemes, and it's looking nice out there on that racetrack. And you can see how far these cars drift out of turn number 4. Musinati, he is riding in the 12th spot. He hasn't lost any positions, but he hasn't gained any position. So he is trying to keep that 22 at bay, and that's going to be Mark McFadden. He is going to be looking to the bottom of the racetrack, and since these tires have a couple laps under them, they are actually holding the bottom of the racetrack very well now. And it looks like we got that number 4. He is going to be looking to the inside, and he's trying to make up some positions on Jason Garcia's. And is he going to be able to hold it? We saw a couple cars make a little contact, and he almost does. And the one gets a little bit loose coming out of turn number 1. And they are going to be side by side with the 19 and the 4. And the 4 is going to lose a couple positions. And the 48 is going to be around. That's going to be our pole sitter, Matt Cherry. He is going to be around, and he tagged the outside wall. We're going to have to go back and take a look and see what happened to that. All right, it looks like they are going to be 3 wide racing with the 4 right there. And it looks like the 4 just slides up the track just a little bit, and we're going to go back and take another look, see if we can get a better camera angle. Oh, my goodness. Stop it right there. Back it up just a little bit. And let's go far chase. There we go. Let's see who moves up. It looks like the 4 is coming up just a little bit, trying to get a little bit of a better entrance, and he just barely touches the 48. 48 is gonna spin around. Now that's not a good place to be for the pole sitter back in traffic. And he is gonna collect the 8. He's gonna get a little bit of damage there, and that car is going to take a pretty significant amount of damage. Even though it doesn't look like it, he's probably going to have a couple minutes of repairs in the pits. So we're going to bring it back live, and we're going to see that 48 bring his car down pit road. The 77 was able to take over the lead, and now is leading here at lap number 6. Under the first caution of the night. And our caution flag is presented by Max Graphics. Stephanie Miller out there saying, let's go, Jesse Fox. Jesse Fox, he is actually up 7 positions from where he started, and he is back, he is right there in the 6th position, making his way up through the field in that 69 Chevrolet Camaro. Got a couple big movers. You got Mark McFadden. He is going to be up 8 positions. You got Rick Wishon, he is going to be up 8 positions. Josh McDougall, he is going to be also up 8 positions. You got Jesse Fox up 7, and you got Grant Pedersen, he is going to be up 7 also. And you got Stan Hossman, he is going to be up 7 also. that ticker doesn't want to go away. Okay. All right, we might see them get double filed this time by, and that 77 is going to bring them to the Geico restart zone when the green flag does come back out. And now leader does have lane choice, and it looks like he might be taking the high line. And the 23, he's going to force the 23 down to the bottom. Excuse me. 48 is going to be back out on the track. Nope, 48 is still in the pits, so he is going to be going a couple laps down. We'll throw the track map up so you can see where all your favorite drivers are. There you see the 48 in the pits already. Michael Mooney, he is going to be right there trying to catch up. He is already going to be one lap down. He is going to be the first car one lap down. You got Dingler. He is going to be showing out. And it looks like Mooney is having a little bit of connection issues. Eisenman coming to the green flag. Here they come. Out of turn number 4, getting ready to hit the Geico restart zone, and we are going to be seeing some more green flag laps, or more green flag racing. Lap number 8 complete, coming to lap number 9 of 65, and it looks like the 77 already took off, and he has got a big jump on that outside. Now, I don't know if they have to wait till the Geico restart zone or not, but he has got a massive jump, and that's going to be almost 7/10 of a second already on Pedersen. He is going to be Pedersen is going to be left fighting with Mashburn on that inside, and the 52 is going to be working all he can to get out of turn number 2 and get that car rolling. There you see the 52 was able to take the position over on that outside because he had the run, and but it looks like that 23 is going to be right there in his draft. We got a lot of good racing coming out of the track, and there we see that is going to be the 6th, that Wonder Bread of Doug Milner. He did take his car to the grass early on, but he is back out here racing for positions. Got the 9 of Christopher Darling. He is working his way up through the field. Now he had to start at the back due to he won 2 races in a row, and here at lap number 10, he is already up to the 9th position. So he started at the back, qualified up towards the front, but had to go back to the rear due to his 2 wins in a row, and now he is running in the 9th position. So he is actually moving pretty well through this field. There you see he's working around Rick Wishon, and he may be able to take this position over, but that high line is going to eat up these tires very, very quickly. But you can get a heck of a run here early on with those fresh tires on the outside, and there you see he is going to be able to take over that position, utilize the draft from Mark McFadden, and he is already grabbed that position. There you see the 4. Martin Plute, he is going to be right there. He was involved in that little bit of incident that sent the 48 to the pits, and it looks like Plute is going to take the bottom lane from the 74, and is he going to be able to make that pass on that bottom lane? Now, turn number 4 is where these cars get really tight. You see that 4 push up the track, but he was free and clear, so he was able to slide in to that 9th position. Now Ben Mashburn is challenging for the lead, is taking over the lead from the 77, but Pedersen is right there in that number 52. He is going to be working that high side. Is he going to be able to make it? No, it looks like the 23 cut him off, and he did not like that, so he's going to give him a bump, showing his He didn't approve of that move, slow down the momentum that the 52 did have. Now the 52 is going to look down to the bottom. Now they do have the 80 right there, and that's going to be Mooney. He is going to have a mirror full of the leaders, and we'll take a ride on his gearbox cam as he is having a little bit of internet connection issue. He is blinking out just a little bit, and there you see he is fighting to stay at least one lap down, and I believe this is going to be the second lap. He is going to go down. No, he's 3 laps down, excuse me. Side by side for the lead of 23's got the low lane, and the 52's got the high lane, and here they come into turn number 3, and looks like that 23 is going to be able to take the lead once again, and that's going to be Ben Mashburn. They are going to be side by side when they come to the start finish line, and here they come through the tri-oval, and the 52 barely led that lap. About a half a car separated these two from leading the lap, and Eisenman, he is looking at this, and we'll go on his nose cam, and there is the battle for the lead coming out of turn number 2. The 52 has the run on the outside. It looks like he's going to leave the 23 in the dust. 23 is going to try to get in behind him, but he decides not to, and that's going to open up that draft for the 77 to catch back up. A lot of on and off throttle here, trying to get that car to rotate as turn number 4 is going to be a very tight turn for these race cars. These cars do not like to turn coming out of turn number 4, so we might see some of that wall scrubbing as they are coming out of turn number 4. Well, let's go back through the field and see how the rest of these drivers are doing. Looks like we got a side-by-side battle, and that's going to be Christopher Darling. He is going to have a side-by-side with the 98 of Jeremy Richmond. Jeremy Richmond is going to be up 3 positions from where he started, and it looks like the 11 is going to try to overtake him on the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4, is he going to be able to make the slide job, or is the 98 going to have the run? 98 was right there, wasn't able to get there this time, but he is going to have that bottom lane coming into turn number 1. But the 98 has a little bit of help, and that's going to be from Stan. Or excuse me, that's going to be from Michael Mooney. He's going to be right there in between these cars, but it looks like the 11 is going to be able to get there. Now Christopher Darling has 2 wins already. Can he lock in a win number 3 here at AutoClub Speedway? We shall have to see how that plays out. Side by side right behind him, and Mooney is blinking in and out. And that's got to be very scary for some of these drivers, as they are going to be too wide. You got the 19 right there. You got the 4. You got the 1 of Garcias, and you got the 80 in the mix. Also, he is going to go back towards the back of the pack. We're going to try to find a different camera angle to get this battle. There's a 1, there's a 4. 4 going to be looking down low, and 98 right there in front. 98 is going to give a little bit of draft to the 4. Is he going to be able to make this turn as they are coming out of turn number 4? The 4 has a little bit of advantage. The 98 is going to slide up, give the 1 a little bit of draft, and it looks like the 4 is going to not have that position as they come through the tri-oval, and that is going to be for the 9th position. It looks like the 98 is going to make a run on Jesse Fox on that bottom lane. Can he get the run off of turn number 2 as he's coming out on that bottom? Nope. He's going to have to slide it in behind Jesse Fox to really get the momentum coming into turn number 3. Christopher Darling made his way up to the top 5 now. He is running right there behind Stan Hausman, and Hausman is up 6 positions. Our biggest mover of the race so far is going to be our leader, and that's going to be that 52 of Grant Pedersen. He is up 10 positions from where he started. And caution is out once again, and it looks like the 74, he is going to be out of shape and around along with the 46. So let's back it up and take a look for caution number 2. Ooh, they are going to be 3, almost 4 wide racing. We're going to stop it right there. We're going to back it up just a little bit. There you see Mooney. We're going to be right there. We're going to slow it down. 74 is going to be right there. We're going to go to the rear chase view. maybe far chase view. There we go. Looks like they're going to take a 3 wide. 80 blinking in and out right there in front of them. 40 is going to get a little bit tight. 74 is going to try to come down the racetrack to get around the 80, and they're both going to meet in the middle, and those cars are both going to send. It's going to send them to that outside wall. So those cars are going to have to come down the pit road and get some damage repaired. And it looks like the 46 is going to have a little bit of another double tap. All right. Well, once again, our caution flag is presented by Max Graphics, one of the proud sponsors of the Speed Cup Series. Great to have them on board with us. 74 is going to be in pit road, and everybody's going to come down. Now, they only have 3 sets of tires, so they are pretty much about a third of the way finished with the race. You know, they have 65 laps. You know, they'll come down. They'll get 4 fresh feel goods and a tank of go-go juice, and we shall see how this plays out. If it does go green, how pit strategy will help some of these drivers. We'll see who is going to pit early if they do get spread out and they go green. Well, somebody's got their eye on the 77, Drew. And it looks like he is going to come off pit road in second. 23 beat him. 52 still beat him off of pit road, so he's going to still be in first, up 10 positions. You got Mashburn. He is going to be sitting second. Eisenman is going to be sitting third. Christopher Darling up 1 position from where he qualified, not where he started, is going to be sitting fourth. Jeremy Richmond up 3 positions. He is going to be sitting in fifth. Hossman is going to be sitting in 6th. Garcia is going to be sitting in 7th, down 1 position from where he started. Jesse Fox up 5 positions in 8th. Martin Plute is going to be sitting in 9th, down 6 positions. Barrett Morton, he is going to be sitting in 10th, down 1 position. Musinati, he is going to be sitting in 11th, up 1 position. Mark McFadden up 3 in 12th. Josh McDougall, he is going to be sitting in 13th, up 4 positions. Milner is going to be sitting in 14th, up 5 positions. Jason Skew, he is going to be sitting in 15th, up 6. Musinati looks like he is going to be bringing his car back down pit road along with Morton. So this could be a kind of a fuel strategy. Devin Pirog, he is going to be sitting in 16th, down 9. And Tim Branson, he is going to be up 5 from where he started. 74 is going to be a lap down. So he is going to be sitting in 18th. Mooney is going to be sitting in 19th, down 1 position. Matt Cherry, he is going to be 19 spots down from where he started. Glad to see that 48 back out on the track. May have gotten some of that damage fixed, but he is definitely going to be quite a few laps down. Back up front, getting ready to go back green. It looks like the 52 is going to take the outside lane once again. Pace car is going to dive off. There he goes. Let's see where the 52 decides he wants to take the green flag. And
green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out, and our green flag is presented by the Beer Street Journal, another proud sponsor of the Speed Cup Series. 52 got a really good jump, and he is going to be out a little ways, but it looks like that Highline is going to be able to catch back up. And look at Christopher Darling. He is going to be right there in second. He was able to take the second over very quickly. There you have the 77. He is going to have his hands full with the 11. He is going to be trying to get back up to that second spot. You got the 23 of Mashburn. He is going to be right there watching this little battle. We'll go to his nose cam, and there you will be able to see the 77 going to slide in behind the 11 for the third position. And here comes that 23. He is going to be looking to the outside of 77. Will the 77 let him in? No, he's not. Which lane is the 77 going to choose? 23 is going to look way up high coming into turn number 1. And is he going to have to run off of the turn? We shall see how this plays out. He does have a little bit of a run, but a 77 is going to slide it up right in front of the 23 as they come out of turn number 2. Well, you got Hossman. He is going to be right there coming into turn number 3, and he has got a mirror full of Jason Garcias and Jeremy Richmond. Jeremy Richmond is going to be riding the high line. Got Garcias down low. Coming out of turn number 4. Ooh, a little bit of wiggle out of the 1, but he was able to keep it off of the 98. 98 is going to dive it right back down behind the 1 and maybe get a little bit of draft before turn number 1. Here comes the 4 of Martin Plute. He is going to be looking down low, trying to take a position away from the 98. Coming in turn number 1, we got a side-by-side battle with Jesse Fox. He's going to be down low. He's got Doug Milner. He is going to be on the outside coming out of turn number 2, and it is going to be Doug Milner on the outside taking over the 9th position. Now he is up 10 positions from where he started in that Wonder Bread Ford Mustang. Josh McDougall, he is going to be right there in that 45. He is going to be working right behind the 9 or the 69 of Jesse Fox, trying to get a little bit of draft. Can he do it? He might have a little bit of that draft coming into turn number 1, and it looks like he has got a nice little battle, and that's going to be McFadden and Morton right there battling side by side. You got Morton up high in the 19 Toyota Camry, and you got the 22 Ford Mustang of McFadden right there on the low lane, and it looks like the 19 is going to be able to overtake for the 12th position. Pedersen is going to be up front. He is going to be leading about a half a second, and he is looking to extend that lead coming out of turn number 4. Who is going to have the run, and are they going to be able to close that gap? Because there's about a half a second in between Mashburn, and Darling is going to be sitting about 7/10 of a second. If they can get linked up nose to tail coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2, taking that high lane, they might have a little bit of run and be able to run this 52 down. But if I had to pick somebody for this race, Christopher Darling made his way all the way up to 3rd. Can he go for 3? That is going to be the question. Eisenman, he is going to be looking down low on the 11, trying to overtake that position. Don't believe he's going to be able to get there this time. Actually, he does. It looks like the 11 lost a little bit of ground. He had to check up, maybe due to coming out of turn number 4, that car got a little bit tight, and now he's going to lose a couple positions, and it looks like the 1 was able to overtake the position, but the 11 is not done yet. There he has Sean Hossman. He is going to be right there behind him, and Sean Hossman is going to be looking to the inside, not going to be able to get there. He's going to open the door for the 98. 98 going to be right there side by side. Coming into turn number 3, it's going to be the 98 with the draft from the 11, and it looks like he's not going to be able to take that position over from Hossman as of yet, but he's going to have another chance if the 39 does not cut him off. Coming out of turn number 4, it looks like they are going to be side by side, almost 3 wide racing. Got 1 on the apron, and they are 3 wide coming down to turn number 1. And we saw this before, and it looks like the 39 decided, I'm going to back out of that. I'm not ready for 3 wide action just yet. And 11 doing a really good job trying to fight back, trying to get back up to the top 3. But he's got a little bit of work to do, as Jason Garcias, he is going to be right there in front of him. Got a nice little run off of turn number 2, and they are going to be nose to tail coming into turn number 3. Well, we got a little bit of green flag racing going on. We're here at lap 30. We're almost halfway. Let's go ahead and crank this bad boy up. All right, stay tuned to sports. I appreciate that, Houseman. I do appreciate that. Um, I'm surprised he has not corrected me on that. Ooh, and it looks like the 52 might have scrubbed the wall just a little bit. Coming into turn number 1 and 2. And it looks like that car is starting to be a little bit of a handful, but we will keep an eye on that. But we are riding with our drivers, and there you see Michael Mooney is going to be on your bottom right. Pirog is going to be on the top right, and McDougal is going to be on the bottom left. Now McDougal is riding in the 12th position. He's up 5 positions. Michael Mooney is going to be showing in 18th, and let's see, Pirog is going to be right there in 17th. So challenge for the lead. We're going to have to go full screen for this. We'll go back to our full screen racing, and let's go to an angle where we can see this action. 23 is going to look down low. Looks like the low lane has picked up speed a little bit, and there you see the 23. He is going to be trying to make the move, and the 52 was riding very high on that wall. Great job of keeping that car off the wall. So high line and low line may have equaled himself out, but the 52 has not been able to break away as far as he wants, as Mashburn is, trying his best to find that speed off the turn number 2 and off of turn number 4 to get around that number 52. Well, the 77 is going to be right there. He is going to be trying to make the same moves. He is caught up, and they have got a 3-car breakaway pretty much. You got a small pack of 3, and you got a small pack of 4 right here, with Christopher Darling being the last car in this small little 4-pack. But Houseman, he is going to be right there also. Let's get rid of the crank it up. There we go. I don't want to be that guy. It's all good, man. It is all good. Well, 11 viewers out there, on the stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by, supporting the Speed Cup Series. We definitely appreciate it. I know these guys appreciate it. And we're glad to be here. We got an exciting season. Got a lot of drivers, that show up. 22 drivers showed up today for AutoClub. Some may be out, but that's okay. AutoClub may not be the track for everybody, as it can be very tricky in these next-gen cars. Biggest movers of the race so far are going to be Doug Milner. And you got Pedersen. He is going to be right there in that 52. He has got a 3-way battle for the lead, and that's going to be Eisenman and Mashburn and Pedersen are going to be all right there. But they haven't been able to work their way around Pedersen on that low lane, and it looks like they are going to be side by side. We might see the slide job coming from the 77 if he can put the power down coming out of turn number 4. It is going to be a close one. Can he get there? Not yet. It looks like the 52 may have scraped the wall, but it looks like the 77 was able to take him on the bottom, and he didn't have to even pull the slide job. 52 may have had to let up just a little bit because he was riding too close to the wall. Looks like the 23 is going to look to make the same move. He is going to be riding a little bit lower coming out of turn number 2. But he's just going to slide it right in line. You got Jason Garcia. He is going to be right there also. And that small little 4-pack has caught everybody else. And look at Martin Plute. He is going to try to make a move on the outside. He has got Jeremy Richmond on his outside. Coming out of turn number 4, it looks like Richmond may be able to hold on to it. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact between the 52 and 23. 23 just took it down low, and he is going to be able to keep his car nice and clean. Still got a lot of racing left to go. We got 25 laps here at AutoClub Speedway. Almost said Super Speedway. But you got a 7-car pack all battling for the same position. This race needs a caution. Well, we've had 2 cautions. Actually, I don't know. I'd like to see what kind of strategies these guys can pull, because, a pit strategy can put you up in the lead. And who knows, as hard as they're racing, trying to catch this 77 now, it might happen. There you see this 52. He is still up high. He is still holding the second position. You got Garcia. He has worked his way into third. You got Mashburn. He has dropped a little bit. He has got Jeremy Richmond right there. He is trying to take over a position. And then you have Christopher Darling. He is going to be right there in the mix with Martin Plute. He is going to be the tail end car in that group of 7. Where's Jesse at? Hello, everyone. The Mako. Jesse is going to be right here in the 12th position. He has got a little bit of making up to do. He's got Masadi right there in front of him. And he's got Milner that just lost a position to Masadi. So he may be able to, he may have had to check up coming out of turn number 4. These cars, the tires are starting to wear out. It looks like Matt Cherry, he is going to bring his car down pit road and get a little bit of service done to it. He is multiple laps down, but that's okay. He go ahead and throw 4 fresh feel goods on that bad boy. But it looks like Jesse Fox might be able to take over Doug Milner in that 11th position and work his way up another position. Right now, he is Doug Milner is going to be up 8 positions, and Jesse Fox is going to be up 1 from where he qualified. Back out front, we have another lead change, and that is going to be that number 52 riding up on the high line and making a run on the outside of the 77. 77 going to drift up and try to get a good angle into turn number 1. Is he going to be able to take it, or is he going to lose 2 positions due to that outside lane having so much momentum? And it looks like that Toyota Camry is going to be able to prevail on that high line right there behind the 52 of Pedersen. So Garcia is going to overtake the second position. Eisenman, he is going to be sitting in third. Mashburn going to fall back to fourth. He's got Christopher Darling trying to overtake that 4th position on the low side. Is he going to be able to do it out of turn number 4? Ooh, we got one car sliding up, and that's going to be the 98 of Jeremy Richmond. And I believe he is from LaGrange, Georgia. So, oh no, that's not wrong, Richmond. But working that 98 car very well. It's funny that I thought he was from down the street from us. Nice little side-by-side battle with a 77. Ooh, 3-wide battle, and oh my goodness, it got really tight, and they almost made a little bit of contact. 77 did have to let out of it, and it looks like Iceman is going to be falling back to the 5th position. Richmond is going to overtake the 4th, and now he is looking at Ben Mashburn trying to overtake that 3rd position. Now it looks like everybody is actually migrating to the low lane. They are not feeling comfortable up there on that top lane. As soon as that wall grabs you, it does not want to let go, and you can lose a ton of speed. But we do have a challenge for the lead, and that is going to be Jason Garcia. He is going to be in the lead for the moment, but Grant Pedersen, he is going to be looking down low, not going to be able to get there. May have raced his tires out. So here at lap number 20, we have we had 20 to go. Just crossed over to start-finish line for 20. All right, the Mako says fixing my hair. So no headset yet, Stephanie. Number 69 is showing in 11th. He was able to make the pass on Doug Milner, and he has still got a little bit of work to do. And we'll show you his nose cam. There is the gap between him and 10th place of Hausman. Masadi was able to make up a little bit of time, and this is a good little battle between Hausman and Masadi, and it looks like somebody is blinking in and out. I believe that was the 19, and that's going to be Morton. So these cars are battling it out. They're battling for the same real estate, and that's going to be for the 8th position. Masadi is going to be looking down low. Looks like the 39 of Hausman. He is going to be right there. But while we are green flag racing, I'm going to take a side-by-side, and let's take a look at our sponsors. Beer Street Journal is going to be our first sponsor that will show. All right, that was Beer Street Journal. And definitely go visit Beer Street Journal. They got news, notes, and spotlights about some of the best beverages from around the United States. Beer Street Journal, Bash, Bud Light. I don't know. I'll let you ask him that question. But let's take a look at our next race sponsor, and that is going to be Max Graphics. Now, look at some of the paint schemes. If you need one for iRacing, I've seen some great ones that Christopher Darling has put together. So let's take a look. All right, that was Max Graphics, and definitely if you need one of those paints, go check him out. You know, see what he can put together for you. Another one of our race sponsors is going to be Twisted Steel Steak Appeal, and that is the sponsor that Martin Pluth runs. But definitely a lot of great sponsors on board with the Speed Cup Series. Well, it looks like Martin Pluth did scrub the wall just a little bit, but it didn't slow him down because he is working on Christopher Darling for that fourth position. Not able to grab it. Christopher Darling is working on that low side. Looks like Martin Pluth is going to be working on the high side. Got the run out of turn number 2, and he is going to be able to take it over. And Musati is going to be looking to overtake that fifth position from Christopher Darling, but not going to be able to get there this time. Coming into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, Christopher Darling going to probably slide it in between those two. Nope, looks like the 49 did get a run, and they are still going to be side by side for that fourth position. But Martin Pluth does have it as of right now. Jeremy Richmond worked his way into the third position. He is trying to catch up to that 52. Pedersen has led quite a few laps, but they are letting Jason Garcias get away from him, and he has worked his way all the way out to about 2.4 seconds. So a lot of these cars, our tires are giving up. Just a matter of time when we might see them bring their cars in for a pit, or if any. Let's see, look at the last pit stops, and that is going to be a lap 20. So if they can get about 40 laps to a tank, which that was approximate, not saying they will, that was what some of my race notes from the driver said. And it looks like maybe some of these guys are hanging back, not racing it out as much, saving a little bit of fuel. We'll see. Have to see how this plays out. And if they only have about 40 laps, to a tank of fuel, that means they're about 5 laps short. But I don't even believe they can save that much. Well, if you're just hopping into the stream, please, wish Miss Kristen Darling a happy birthday. It is her birthday today, and she is 29 years young. And once again, Kristen, thank you for letting Chris race. He's doing a really good job, up in the top 10, right there in 6th. Now, Chris did say that she tunes in to the races to know when he's done. Not to cheer him on, just to know when he's done. Just playing. Well, looks like Jesse Fox is trying to get around that 6 Wonder Bread Ford Mustang of Doug Milner. Not going to be able to get there coming in turn number 1. And Jason Garcia has now worked his way out to about 3.2 seconds from Pedersen. And Pedersen has a rear view mirror of Jeremy Richmond. And Jeremy Richmond has his hands full of that 49 of Masati. And a little bit of wiggle coming out of turn number 4 for that 49. But it didn't slow him down, not one bit. Jeremy Richmond riding in the second. Oh, Musati got a little bit out of shape there, and he took it all the way to the white line, and he's going to bring it back up to try to get a good entrance into turn number 3, and he is going to overtake that 3rd position from Grant Pedersen. Pedersen was up leading quite a few laps. Now his car is starting to fall off, and look at Musati. He is going to be now challenging for the 2nd place position. And is he going to be able to take it? Yes, he does have it coming to the line. They're pretty much side by side. Does Jeremy Richmond have anything left with only 7 laps to go? There's not much racing left, and here comes Martin Pluth. He is going to be looking to overtake that 4th place position from the 52. Is he going to be able to get there? Nope. He is going to dive it right behind and see if he can get a little bit of draft coming in turn number 3. Here comes the 52 trying to put Richmond down a position, and this is going to be for the 3rd place position. I wish I had double cameras. I wish I had my other broadcaster so I can give, as many cameras as I can, because this is an exciting race coming up towards the front, and I don't like to go, I don't like to leave anybody behind, because I believe, there's a lot of good racing on the track, and like Doug Milner, he is still battling out with Jesse Fox, and, with those dual cameras, I can, see, y'all can see the leaders, and I can go through the field and watch these other drivers, because even though it's towards the back of the pack, it's still a lot of good racing between some of these drivers. You got McFadden back here in the 13th position. But so far, our biggest mover of the race is going to be Musinati. He is going to be up 10 positions. The next biggest movers are going to be Milner and Skew. Branson is up 7 positions. All those drivers are up 7 positions from where they started. Pedersen is trying to keep Christopher Darling at bay to get him on top 5 finish, but looks like they have 5 laps to go. Do they have enough fuel in the tank? What do you need extra cameras for? Well, I do a side-by-side view, and so what that means is I can have one of my other broadcasters broadcast their live feed, and I can have my feed, and we can do a side-by-side. So one of us can go through the field while watching the leaders, because those are, we have exciting races throughout the track. McDougall, yes, he is on the move. That 45 has been silent. That Spotify Toyota Camry, he has been silent, but he is up 8 positions along with others. So those are our next 2 biggest movers. Is going to be Milner and McDougall. Houseman, he is going to be right there in the 10th spot. That's where he pretty much started this race. Yes, Jesse Fox right there outside of the top 10. He does have a chance of 3 laps to go. It's going to be a matter of, if they have 40 laps of fuel, who is going to be able to save? That's one thing I did not ask the drivers in practice. Maybe I should have, because I did get some race notes that says, I think. I got some other folks joining in. It looks like Tammy, good to see you. Stephanie's out there still. Masati has worked his way up into the 2nd position. Jeremy Richmond, he has still got Martin Pluth in pursuit of that 3rd position, and they both scrubbed the wall. So Jeremy Richmond, he is going to lose a little bit of speed, but no harm, no foul. He's still got that car out in front of that number 4 as of right now. But how much did it damage that car? Let's take a look at the right front fender. And we've got to get that out of the way so we can take a look. Not a lot of damage to that car, so no harm, no foul. He looks like he still has the speed to keep that car out in front. Let's go to the gearbox cam, and there is that Twisted Steel stake appeal number 4 of Martin Plute. Is he going to be able to stay out in front as we come to the white flag? This time by. White flag is out, and our white flag is presented by the Beer Street Journal's Last Call. Beer Street Journal is a proud sponsor of the Speed Cup Series. Well, 3.3 seconds, and closing is Musati. Is Garcias out of fuel? He is really tracking him down real quick, fast, and in a hurry. We'll take the track map off and show you. Now 2.9 seconds, so he does still have a little bit of speed, but is he getting close on fuel? Here comes the 49 and Musati, and there is the checker flag. It looks like Plute is still taking over the third position. Got a little bit of battle between the 98. Not going to be able to get there this time. But Jeremy Richmond is going to finish out in fourth. Great job, a great little battle. Pedersen, he did a good job of holding off Christopher Darling, finishing in sixth, and Pedersen is going to be finishing in fifth. Jesse Fox still held 11th. Hausman, he is going to be finishing up in the top 10 in 10th position. McDougal, he is going to be finishing in 9th. We'll have your finishing order in just a moment as everybody gets finished crossing over the start finish line, because there was a couple cars a lap down. All right, let's take a look at our finishing order since everybody is across the start finish line. It looks like Garcias, he is going to bring home that number 1 position. He is going to bring home the win. He is going to kill the 3 in a row for Christopher Darling. Christopher Darling finished up in the top 6, so not bad. But Musati, he is going to finish in 2nd. Plute is going to finish in 3rd. Richmond is going to finish in 4th. What a great battle that was. Pedersen is going to finish in 5th. Darling in 6th. Morton in 7th. Eisenman is going to be finishing in 8th. McDougal is going to finish in 9th. Hausman is going to be finishing in 10th. Jesse Fox in 11th. Milner is going to be finished in 12th. McFadden, he is going to be finishing in 13th. Shu is going to be finishing in 14th. Branson is finishing in 15th. Pirog is going to finish in 16th. 17th is going to belong to Michael Mooney. 18th is going to belong to Matt Cherry. 19th is going to be Ben Mashburn. 20th is going to be Wishon, Crabtree, and then Dingler. Right front was at 22%. Wow. So definitely. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. Yes, that definitely helps me out. All right, we're gonna hide that. We're gonna go track down our top 3, and one of our biggest mover actually finished in the top 3. So we'll be interviewing him at the same time. So let's go see if we have anybody in the interviewing room. No, not yet. We're gonna have to wait until they come, or I'll just find them and drag them down. Here is Martin Plute. Mr. Martin Plute, this is Richard in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yeah, how's it going?
Going pretty good. It looks like you had a really good battle between you and Jeremy Richmond, and you were able to take over that 3rd position and finish in one of those podium spots. Man, how was your race here tonight?
It was good after, I got into Matt Cherry, and I owe him up an apology after watching that replay. But yeah, it was a good race. It was a lot of tire saving, and then at the end, getting with Jeremy there, that was fun. drove it into one and said I wasn't lifting, so it worked out.
Worked out indeed. You were able to bring home. You've qualified in third, and you finished pretty much in third. But what a great battle that was coming to the line. He was trying to pull a crossover, but it wasn't able to happen there. So great finish, and definitely going to help you out in those points. Let's see where you're at next week. As next week wrong one. Next week, you're going to take it to a different ball game, which is going to be Charlotte. Charlotte is definitely an unpredictable track in these cars. How are you feeling about going to Charlotte Motor Speedway?
Well, fortunately, that will not be.
Oh,
But Charlotte's a good track. It should be a good race. But I will be missing it.
oh man, oh man. Well, that car was definitely a fast car here tonight. You definitely turned the heat up. Twisted steel stake appeal all over that car. Looked good. You definitely put the fire. You definitely put their feet to the fire.
Yep. Thanks. It was a good fun race.
Absolutely. Well, with those podium finishes, you definitely get all the shout outs that you would like to give. And whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Oh no, I thank you guys for broadcasting, Chris, for putting this paint scheme together. It was a good race. It was fun. I get to go now apologize to a bunch of people. So that's not good, but hopefully it won't happen again.
Absolutely. Well, good luck on the apologies, and we hope to see you. We hope to see you in a couple weeks then.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, later, man. All right. Well, that was third place finisher Martin Pluth. He's going to, he's going on an apology tour. So we wish him luck. Some people like apologies. Some people are not too fond of apologies, but we wish him luck. But we'll bring up our second place finisher of Anthony Musati. Anthony, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you, Richard. How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good, man. You ran a fantastic race, man. You're our biggest mover for one, so congratulations on that. You started in 12th, worked your way all the way up to second, and it looks like you saved either a lot of tire to make it up to the second place position, or what was your secret?
Well, unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to. That last pit stop, auto fuel kind of screwed me over and didn't get able to get to the end, so I had to pit, and then I went all the way back. So I just kind of just tried to save as much tire as I could, and then I just had to drive through the field. So it was just really just trying to drive that bottom line and just trying to keep the car, to get the tires underneath the car, so you're not getting loose or you're not shoving the nose. So that's really the biggest thing with this car. So I'd say that's probably my secret.
Well, you definitely looked pretty good out there, maneuvering through all that traffic. You put on a heck, quite a few good battles, making your way out through the field and bringing home a podium finish. So congratulations on that. Congratulations being the biggest mover. You got Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up next week. How you feeling about that?
I feel good as long as I can figure out how to turn off this auto fuel.
They said that there is a setting somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but there is a setting to turn that off. From
Yeah,
what I
that's what I was
gathered.
that's what I was looking for as I was waiting to get pulled in here. So yeah, I mean I feel good about next week. I think it'll I think it'll be good race. It's this track, so you can have some good battles and not as much door banging on accident. But I think next week will be a lot closer battles, and we'll just kind of see how it goes and see who can save the most tires.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to see what you can do there. Second place finish, not bad at all. But you know what happens with those podium finishes, man? You can have all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready, my friend.
I'd give Badger Racing shout out. Give you guys the broadcast shout out, and then also the guys here at Speed. Being able to do this broadcast and putting on this league. So I just give a shout out to all those guys.
definitely. I know they very much appreciate it. They put in a lot of hard work, and a lot of great racing comes out of that. But we'll let you go. We can't wait to see what you can do next week at Charlotte. So definitely put in that practice, get that auto fuel turned off, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one. Thanks.
You too. All right. So auto fuel, was it? I don't know if that was a bad thing or a good thing because he made it all the way up to second place. So, it may have helped him just a little bit having to go in the pits, for a second time and starting at the back. So, all right. Well, now it's time to bring up our race winner. That's going to be Jason Garcia. He is somewhere in the chat, and there he is. Let's go ahead and drag him down from Max Graphics. Room there. Jason, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy.
Loud and clear.
Man, you definitely made it happen. You're up 5 positions from where you started this race, and you made it all the way through the field. You actually gained, you actually went out to about 3.5 seconds. Tell us what were you doing to get out that far that quick? Because within about 5 laps, you were already 3.5 seconds out past the field.
If I knew, I would share. But week 1 had a fast car, and I don't know what happened. Bad pit call. Week 2, I don't know. I burned off the rears and I looped it trying to go for the win. And I guess this week I just took my hard lessons that I learned and applied it and kept the steady wheel. And the boys back home at the shop gave me a fast #1 Max Graphics Toyota Camry. Jason Freeman on the pit box had some good pit calls, and we got it done today.
Absolutely, yes. You definitely figured out your mistakes and definitely made it known here that you are a top contender. AutoClub, not the easiest track, but not the hardest track either, and it definitely worked out for you. Man, congratulations on that win. Starting in 6th, made it all the way to 1st. A lot of good battles out there on the track. You and the 52 were battling it out for quite a few laps, and then you finally were able to get around him and put some distance between you and everybody else. So great job on that. You're going to Charlotte next week. Different ball game. How you feeling about that? You and your crew chief ready for that?
I don't know. We'll have to go look at some tape and figure out what to do there. I tend to do better on the tracks that you wear out your tires, and I hate to say this, but I feel like a driver might matter a little bit more than a more of a gripped up track like Charlotte's might be. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll take it as we can go. I'm here to have fun, and so far 3 for 3. I've had a blast, and I didn't have the results the first 2 weeks, but I didn't care. It was fun racing some old friends and some new faces. This race, though, coming through the pack, I mean, the people I raced against, it was good, hard racing. There was slight contact here and there, but no one was making overly aggressive moves. And when you can race around people that you kind of can trust, that makes a whole bunch of fun. I know there was a couple of times, there was a couple of door dings and side drafting and slide jobs. So it was exerting time out there, and hopefully we can carry that through Charlotte. I'm not too sure though. Charlotte's a tighter track, not as wide of a groove, so we'll see. I think qualifying is going to matter, so I'm going to need Jason Freeman to channel his inner Chad Knaus and get kicked out a couple times going through tech and give me a rocket ship.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again on that win. Can't wait to see what you can do. See if you can. Now, if you win Charlotte next week, you got to start at the back for week 6. That's just the rules. But but hopefully you can bring home another win that will definitely help you out in the points. Congratulations here tonight, and then with those podium finishes, you get all the shout outs you would like to give. You definitely earned them.
Yeah, just thanks to everyone who makes speed possible. Thanks to my sponsor, Max Graphics. If you need a cool paint scheme, check him out on Discord or on Facebook, Max Graphics, or his website, maxgraphics.co. Tell him Jason sent you. Maybe he'll give me a discount code to get some a free scheme down the road for something special. But yeah, just thanks to everybody who makes it possible. Thanks to you for the broadcast. I'm going to show my wife later. I know she has a flight coming up in a couple of days. Maybe she can download it and watch it on her flight and be excited to see me win. But probably not. But wishful thinking, right?
Absolutely. I try to get my wife to watch all the time. She's like, "No, I'm good." But all right, man. Well, we're gonna let you go, and we're gonna shut this thing down. Great job here tonight, and we'll see you next week. All right. Well, that's going to conclude our broadcast. Thanks to everybody, out here on the track racing. Loved watching all the battles out there on the track. Thank you to everybody that joined us on the stream. Glad to have y'all, join in, interact with me. Um, Absolutely love it. Definitely tune in next week for Charlotte Motor Speedway and Memorial Day. We have a special event for Hope for the Warriors, and that's going to be a charity event that we are hosting. All donations and proceeds go to Hope for the Warriors. They do wonderful things for vets. That have struggles, with day-to-day life outside the military. So definitely tune in for that. That is going to be Memorial Day, and that is going to start at 9 p.m. Eastern. A lot of, some of these drivers have already locked in their spot to run in that race. If you're interested, definitely come check us out. We do have a Discord for it. It is Hope for the Warriors Discord, and we have made Facebook posts. So definitely come on out, have some fun. Donations are not required, but they are appreciated to come out and have some fun. We are going to give away some prizes. We do have awards for you, giving out a nice award. Or made a nice award. We're going to be handing that out to our race winner, no matter if they donated or not. If you are participating in the donations, you will have a chance of winning a little bit of cash if you do win. So, first, second, and third will receive, cash prizes if they participated in the donations. But no matter if you donate it or not, you will get that award for coming and racing in that event. We've already raised a little bit of hope for some of these veterans. So definitely, if you can, help us out. And that donation link will be in our Facebook posts also. But we appreciate everything that everybody has done, for us, joined us, and we appreciate Speed Cup Series for having us. So hopefully y'all will have a great weekend as it is about to start tomorrow. TGIF tomorrow. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow, and we will catch y'all next time. Until then, good night. God bless, and we'll see y'all later.